We buy the dealership. Niggas sleeping on you till you kill a rich. Check out my demeanor, bitch. Niggas thought the king had fallen off. You believe this shit? We don't follow nothing. We the leadership. Black Wall Street. Money moving through this crypto. We just reel it in. Stacking up the millions. Something like Sicilians. Multiply the profits.
Welcome to the Maryland for Crypto Show. I got my guy LJ in the building, my guy Money Meech. We're bringing it to you live and direct every Tuesday from Studio 202, and we showing you everything there is to know about crypto, because crypto is a new hustle in 2021.
Shout out to the big homie Maryland for Crypto out here, 2-0, smoking with legends. That's how we do.
Queens, repping for Maryland for crypto in New York.
Yeah, we in New York.
Y'all let your boy Philly Freezer holding it down with Maryland for crypto. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all want to get your money right, fuck with it.
All day. Much love.
Welcome to the Maryland for Crypto Show. It's your boy Sean Prince in the building, and I'm here with my guy Mr. Make It Happen and Double M Money and Medicine Joyce Bombshell. How you doing today, guys? What's the word? So just to give y'all a quick little backstory, Joyce was our first guest on the Maryland for Crypto Show. This was back in like maybe February. And since then, so much has changed. Joyce is now a part of the Maryland for Crypto team. Shout out to Joyce. She's our chart analyzer. She's behind the scenes. She does everything that we need to bring this show to you on a weekly basis and make sure everything is complete. So thank you, Joyce, for joining us today. Money Meech is actually out. He's doing his flag football thing, getting his bread, doing that. So shout out to Money Meech. Good luck in your tourney. And so we're here. This is the squad. This is Maryland for Crypto. So this is how we're gonna rock it out today. So what's the word, people? How's everybody doing? Right. What's going on?
Doing good, man. We doing real good.
That's what it is.
Another week. You already know what it is.
Another day, another dollar, right? That's what they say.
Trying to make, trying to turn it out. That's it.
Yeah, man. And it's so let's jump right into it, man. I always gotta open the show with some words of wisdom, and I'm gonna just bring it to y'all like this, man. I think blockchain itself is way bigger than people realize. Most people just think of it on a level of Bitcoin, and people who are a bit more educated, they deal with it on a level of like Ethereum per se. But when you realize what the blockchain actually is, and when you understand that it can literally overthrow America, it can overthrow China and Russia, and it's a platform of trust that we can do with each other, and there's no middleman. Everyone is eliminated within the blockchain. So we're living in a major time period where history is being rewritten more than ever. And if you're not awake or not concerned to what's happening, then that's a problem. You need to get on board, because the blockchain is not going anywhere and cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. And I just really believe that, now is the time to get involved and change your life, man. We're in the fourth industrial revolution, and so much is happening. Even so much so that just yesterday, just to bring you some news, there was a big Bitcoin conference yesterday that took place. Elon Musk was on board. Jack Dorsey was there. They're calling it the B Word Conference. And pretty much it was a highly anticipated virtual event where not all of the major players, but a lot of the big players in the crypto space were there. And they just, talked about cryptocurrency. And honestly, since then, prices have actually started to, be in an uptrend. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last, because things have been trading sideways for a while, but Bitcoin spiked up it actually dropped to below 30,000, which was the first time it's dropped below 30,000 in more than a month, but it actually spiked back up to about 33 grand. Ethereum spiked back up to about $2,000. Now, I don't know if it was, significant or if it related to this conference, but, I think it played a major role. Elon definitely said that with all of the renewable energy discussions that's happening with Bitcoin, that he's actually thinking about starting it, being able to list Bitcoin as payment for Tesla again. So he's going to rescind on his original statement of saying that he wanted to get rid of Bitcoin. So, it just goes to show you, that it's an ever-evolving space. Everything is always changing. So take the news with a grain of salt. If you hear bad news, it is what it is. If you hear good news, it is what it is. Just know that the space is going to keep growing, whether you like it or not. So, follow what they do and not what they say. What they say. That's a shout out to my guy Money. He always says that right there. you know.
Yeah. And I mean, and with moving with that being said, I mean, if you're not watching the signs and watching everything that's going on with the banks, because you got to once again follow the money, right? So watch what they do, and what they're doing is the money's moving. You see all the banks like Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, you know what I mean, J.P. Morgan. You're seeing a lot of these hedge funds like Fidelity, Grayscale. You know what I mean, they're all partnering up. You see BNY Mellon starting to crypto assets. You know what I mean? So I mean, start the custody assets. So there's a lot of things moving forward and happening in the background. And once again, if we like it or not, it's going down. So either we got to get with it and figure out and be able to maneuver through with them and make the same moves they're making, or you know what I mean, or we're gonna be left behind. And as you can see right there, I put out a little segment early this morning because, like I said, I was here, word on the street. If, like I said, nothing moves without the banks. And guess what? If the banks are making moves, guess what? Things are happening in the background.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And even JP Morgan recently, they're going to give retail investors, they're going to give clients access to crypto in their funds. That's a huge move for JP Morgan, you know, coming from where they came from to now being, and this was reported by Business Insider, to now being, you know, able to give their clients, you know, access to crypto. Like, it's just adoption, man, on every level. It's coming. And, you know, especially with, you know, things with the way the market is with inflation wise. Inflation is crazy. Inflation is at an all-time high right now. I just saw an interesting stat earlier today that I want to share with you guys, that used cars from the year 2013 are priced now and are worth as much as drivers originally paid for them. So the average price for a new vehicle compared with the 1-year-old used vehicles are about the same right now because of inflation. I just bought a used car the other day, so I know that this is completely legit stat. Like I paid a decent amount of money for a used car that should have been, you know, equal to a new car. So that just goes to show you how much of your dollars inflation is stealing on a regular basis. Yeah, people, the dollars are the dollar's gonna crash, man. Even grocery prices could rise 10 to 14% by October. So you might be paying $20 for that carton of eggs, or $30 for that rotisserie chicken that you love so much. So you better either put a chicken coop in the backyard or start growing your food or something. Get some of that chicken skin that Dick Algar was talking about, because it's looking at you. The streets is bleeding right now, man. Especially coming from the US.
It is.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy what's going on. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on in these markets right now. But once again, we just gotta have diamond hand. We got to be able to just, I mean, like I said, nothing comes easy. You think they're just going to give us this money? You think they're just going to be like, hey, guys, the market's going to go up and keep going up and don't worry about it? But no, they're going to make it hard. They don't want us to win. They don't want us to succeed. Yes, that's the portfolio. Yeah, it's crashing. But you see how you drive through it? Because guess what?
Awesome.
You're going to get past the storm. We're going to drive through it. And we're going to be ready to go. And guess what? Once we get through it, it's going to be sunshine on the other side, baby. And that's all we got to diamond hand. And what do you think, Joyce?
I completely agree. I mean, my biggest thought about all of this is, where is all of this money coming from? I mean, we're getting all of these stimulus checks. We're just getting all of these things thrown at us that are expensive financially to the government or to us, pretty much as a country. And there's nothing backing these funds, and so it's bound to fail. It actually seems like it's failing at top speeds, pretty much. I mean, up until now, things were just kind of steadily chugging along, and the people who were paying attention knew that it was eventually going to crash. But now I feel like with this whole C-word thing going on, it's just kind of like an excuse to crash and burn our economy and
crash and burn everything.
At least we have a way out. And the people who are not paying attention, who don't want to believe in cryptocurrency, unfortunately going to be in a very difficult situation in the next couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be so many people in a difficult situation, especially a lot of labor workers in the industry. For instance, I saw another interesting stat that said 4 jobs that will completely disappear by the year 2033, and they were giving them a grace period. I really think that this could happen more so before we reach 2030, like more like 2027, 2028. The cashier will be replaced by self-checkouts. There are already lots of grocery stores that have self-checkouts, and in the near future, this will be the norm, and the human labor won't be necessary anymore. The only thing that will change is they will need more security to keep an eye on the customers. The truck drivers will be replaced by self-driving trucks. AI will soon be advanced enough to replace all the truck drivers. One of the main issues to solve are the ethical problems that come with it. So it's the most autonomous jobs will be gone within a couple of decades, and disruption is natural and it can't be avoided. Warehouse workers are going to be replaced by automated robots. There are already huge warehouses in China that don't require the average employees anymore. The robots transport the goods from A to B, and they drive to the charging stations and they recharge themselves. I mean, this is just the age that we're living in with AI. Cab drivers will be replaced with autonomous cars. They're already fighting with Uber and, with companies like Tesla and Hyundai who are already in the race. And even Apple, who's going to be launching the self-driving car soon, they're not going to have a need anymore. You're going to have a self-driving car. This is just, the trends that we're going through. Even travel agents are going to be replaced by website bookings. When was the last time any of you ever even used a travel agent to book a trip? I can't think of it. So it's just the writing's on the wall, the proof's in the pudding. I don't know how many puns I got to give you guys, but you got to wake up.
Right.
You got to wake up.
Yeah,
And, you got to get your foot in the. Now, go ahead, Joyce. What were you going to say?
Oh yeah, I was actually, to add to what you were saying, I read an article just this morning about a robot that flips burgers and can 300% increase your actual burger making capacity. So why hire anybody to do that?
Why hire somebody when you can have a robot do it that could work around the clock? That's not going to ask you for a day off. It's not going to call in sick, or it's not going to come to work intoxicated, or you don't know. So the need for humans.
All I gotta do on you is change the belt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
charge them up, change the belt real fast, charge them up, plug them in.
I'll tell you one thing: who's staying ahead of the curve is Maryland for Crypto. We're staying ahead of this curve, and that's why we're here trying to teach you and educate you guys that you got to get on board with this cryptocurrency movement. You got to get on board with what works, and you have to start doing. A lot of these crypto companies are doing partnerships with major companies to be able to grow their portfolio and expand their reach. And we here at Maryland for Crypto, as you can see, my guy LJ is getting so refreshed and hydrated over there. We've created a partnership for ourselves. It's Mr. Make It Happen, and he's actually partnered Maryland for Crypto with RX Water. I'll let him go ahead and speak to it a little more in depth, because they don't call him Mr. Make It Happen for nothing.
Oh man, shoot. So I mean, just like my man Sean said, man, trying to make partnerships, trying to grow the brand, trying to trying to bring some more team members / sponsorships, as we say. And we've teamed up with RX Water.
There it is.
Based out of a couple places, but the small business coming up right now. It's medical grade water, which is crazy. I mean, granted, it has all the alkalines and everything else, but this is medical grade water, which, once again, medical. One of the reasons that was big for me is because, once again, if you're thinking about medical and what we say, everything will be tracked and traced sooner or later in the blockchain, right? Starting with the medical industry and some other things moving forward. So once again, we're trying to stay ahead of the curve. And once again, if we know this is going to be medical grade water, sooner or later, this will be soon tracked and traced on the blockchain, and you will know what's actually in your water, what it does for you. And not only that, we happen to have a nurse that's right with us today that can actually explain a lot of the functions of the water, because I've been using it for the past 3 years now. I play flag football We're at all these tournaments, and this water actually some type of way absorbs into your muscles. But I mean, I don't know the science between that, but I'll let Joyce go ahead and break it down a little bit, some of the science behind this water.
Sure. So one of the things LJ just put up was a little screen that said 0 fluoride or sodium. So sodium, everyone has heard of, it's salt. There's really no need to have that in your water. Fluoride is something that's added by most municipal water systems, and it's supposed to be good for your bones and your teeth, and it's in toothpaste and stuff. But if you brush your teeth with fluoride toothpaste, then you probably get enough fluoride and you probably don't need more in your water. If you're an athlete, you're probably drinking more water than the average person. And so you definitely don't need to take in excess fluoride. What LJ was talking about with getting into your muscles, I'm thinking he means that he has less cramping. And one of the things that RX water does is they add potassium to their water. Potassium is good for your muscles, and it prevents you from getting that cramping that you can get. Another thing that RX water is advertising is their pH. So they're advertising that they have a more alkaline water and their pH is 9.5. Just kind of make that make sense. Your body's pH should be 7.35 to 7.45, which is kind of in the middle. And most water that you drink is about 6 to 7 pH. But when you're working out, you'll feel that burn in your muscles, and that's accumulation of a type of acid called lactic acid. So if you're counteracting that acid with a basic solution like this water that has a pH of 9.5, then more quickly will your body get to an equilibrium state, and you'll be able to basically probably work out for longer than you typically could. So this is definitely a good water to drink when you're an athlete or competing in sports events.
There it is. It's water. You gotta do it, man. And
I'm trying to. There you go. I'm trying to make sure that everything that we do, we're on point with. All right. So once again, Maryland for Crypto, we stay ahead of the curve. All right. We got medical grade water for our members, and not only that, for just the DMV area, because what we not only have we, like I said, teamed up with, we're trying to be one of those distributors out here in the DMV area, because we play a lot of flag football. We go into a lot of these lacrosse tournaments and soccer tournaments and basketball tournaments, but this water is more on the West Coast. We haven't really brought that over to the East Coast. They do have a distribution spot in New York, which we've been talking to now, which we're going to start bringing that down to our clients down here in the DMV area. So once again, man, we're just trying to make business moves and move forward and figure out ways to expand the brand, to expand the reach of Maryland for Crypto. And once again, medical grade water.
That just goes to show, or I just think that's a testament to the new mentality or the new way of thinking for not only crypto investors, but just people that are awakened to what's happening. I'm going to say, 20 years ago, everyone wanted to be a manager of a Fortune 500 company, or they wanted to get that dream job that they wanted to land, whether it's working with Apple or Google or I don't know, the Washington Post, whatever. Everybody's dream was to get a good 9-to-5, have a white picket fence, and live the American life. Today, everyone wants to be their own boss with no one telling them what to do. That's why you've seen such a big influx in self-businesses or self-promotion, or, with the social media rise. Everybody has a brand, whether it's nonsense or it's real. Everybody's got a brand now. And I just think that goes to show that, people are evolving. We're evolving, and we're not trying to stay in the system that's been regurgitated and fed to us. or at least to our mothers and grandparents for our whole lives. And I just think that just comes from wanting to be independent, and that independence is having your true freedom. And essentially, at the end of the day, who wants to either you're gonna work for somebody and help build their dream, or you're gonna work for yourself and build your own dream. And through cryptocurrency, you can do that. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm in this space. Just because of what can come from it and the things that you can learn from it and how it's changing the system that we know it. And speaking of cryptocurrency in itself, we have to talk about the market right now. The market has been it's been trading sideways for about
forever.
I don't know, maybe a month, maybe
Forever.
2 months now. It reached all-time highs for pretty much every coin except for XRP. XRP ain't hit that all-time high yet, so keep an eye out on that. But it's reached all-time highs. Or XLM. You got to keep an eye out on those two. Those are the heavy hitters right there. But what do you guys think about this market? I personally don't think the bull run is over. I think we're just in a retracement right now, and that once everything is I think it's the summertime. People are spending those gains, and the hedge funds are probably trying to keep everything low so they can get in at a good price. But I don't think the bull run is going to be over until Bitcoin hits at least 100K. I think Ethereum is going to at least hit 27K. ADA and Matic are at least going to get to $10. XRP should hit $13 to roughly $20. And Link, which is one of my faves, I think is going to have to hit at least $250 before this bull run is over. But I mean, that's all speculation at this moment. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out there.
You shooting out bangers when you still at the ring? You still at the ring? You still my man still throwing out bangers, man. I mean, me personally, I think this market still has a lot of room to run. I mean, like I said, I don't think nothing's gonna fully go until this SEC lawsuit's over. I mean, granted, it has nothing to do with Bitcoin because Bitcoin it runs the market, of course. But this lawsuit has been holding down, which is XRP and Ripple, but it's been holding down just the market itself because this lawsuit has a big indication on what's going to happen to the market moving forward. Because when regulations come, that means that gives this whole market an avenue. If you don't know the rules, you don't know how to play. All right, play the game. So once the rules come in, we know how to play the game and we can play the game fluently. Right now, we're just it's like we still trying to play pickup basketball or something. And we don't have no rules to it. Like I don't know how to shoot, but once regulations come and they know, okay, this is how we do it. This is out of bounds. This. The game can go and the market will flow. So, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, the Ripple lawsuit has a smidge to do with the whole crypto market itself, but that's a big part. That big smidge is a big part because, like I said, once you get regulations, this market will shoot. And like I said, also we're in a cycle, and every crypto and this whole is just a cycle in itself. So once we get out of this down cycle of just trading sideways for 60 days plus, all right. If you look back a show or two ago, we talked about trading. There's been months where they traded sideways for over 100 days. So that's like 4 months, 5 months. You know what I mean? That it could be trading sideways, but guess what? When it spiked, it spiked. And if you were able to stay in it, hold out, diamond hands, you was able to reap the rewards. And that's all it is, man. This is not easy. It's a baby space. We're going to get a lot of volatility, but you just got to be able to stick with it and do what you can do.
Absolutely. Joy, you got any takes on the XRP case?
Well, I mean, just all of those prices that you were thrown out and where they're all currently at right now. I mean, I guess I just kind of think of it a little more simplistically and think this is the time to buy. Just spend more money on buying more of them. Like I bought a lot more VeChain and XRP and DOT within these last few weeks and months and stuff.
Well, you got you some DOT now? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They don't call it money and medicine for nothing, man.
For nothing, right.
Straight up, man.
Straight up. We didn't bring it along, you know what I'm saying? She on the team now. We gotta make sure she right with all her coins. So I didn't know she had gotten
Absolutely,
a dot now.
absolutely.
Okay,
Oh
my
yeah.
man money
The
is
first
keeping it right
of
over there.
becoming
Okay.
part of Maryland for crypto. But yeah, man, just to kind of piggyback off of what Mr. Make It Happen was saying, and you know, you need to get in before the settlement, because after the settlement, the price of XRP will shoot to the moon and beyond. And XRP, I'm stamping it. I always stamp it the be all end all coin, but XRP will be the king of the crypto space, hands down, no questions. That's just what it's going to be. I mean, if you think about it like this, I don't know how many countries are in the world. I feel like that's a Google worthy question, but 81 of them are now exploring digital currencies, and things are moving fast. And guess what? They're all going to need a bridge. And what's the bridge going to be? That XRP ledger. XRP is the standard in the future of CBDCs. It's the standard in the future of our financial system. There's a couple of coins that are out here mimicking, trying to do what it does, but there's no coin that can handle the mass influx of money that's going to trickle through cryptocurrency space like XRP can. So yeah, that's just how I feel about, you know, the XRP case in general. And I believe in what, 6 days, today's the 22nd, SEC has what was Elizabeth Warren, she was a senator, gave them like a time frame that they had to pretty much come up with some type of regs, and it has to be done by July 28th, which was around the same time that the US CBDC dollar is going to be introduced. So I mean, everything happens for a reason, and don't wait till it happens.
Yeah, and
you heard it first. We're here in the Maryland.
Don't wait till it happens. And it's just funny how everything is slowly playing out the way we've been saying this whole time. Once again, if you do your research, everything. If you're doing your research, it's literally walking you through the process. It was like, okay, last year, banks can now custody crypto. Okay, it was announced. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is what we can do now. Then as we move forward, you know what I mean? Things are happening. They're moving in place. Oh, we're going to start talking about CBDCs, the central bank digital currencies. All right, well, we're not worried about that right now, but we're just talking about it. Now, full circle around. Now, guess what? Banks are custodying. Now you got BNY Mellon coming in, once again, teaming up with Grayscale, custodying crypto assets now. You have, once again, like things like Bank of America. Now they're starting, once again, Bitcoin ETFs, which, like I said, are going to bring in the big money. Them ETFs are really made for big people that don't want to, you know what I mean, once again, go to the banks. Go to the crypto market. They don't want to put millions of dollars on Coinbase or Binance US. They want to be able to go to the banks, and they want to be able to buy those same assets, but through their bank. So, once again, once these ETFs are actually approved in the United States, because they're already approved in some other countries, I think they're approved in Canada, but once they're approved in the United States, just imagine the cash flow that's going to come in. When you have somebody that's worth a couple $1 billion, and they're like, oh yeah, let me just put $100 million on that. $100 million to him is nothing when he's worth hundreds of billions of dollars. So it's, to us though, we're like, oh, the market's going crazy. So when all that money's coming in, oh my gosh. And we're just talking about like one billionaire. What about, there's hundreds and thousands of billionaires, and there's institutions, there's more banks. And once again, you're forgetting all these companies. There's Lowe's, there's Walmart, there's, you know what I mean, Target, there's once all this money flows into crypto, we're going to the friggin' moon. So if you're not frothing if you're not coming in, and if you're not FOMOing into crypto right now while these prices are at rock bottom, don't let them scare you, folks. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm looking at the camera. Don't let these prices fool you. This is the time to buy. They're at rock bottom. Rock bottom prices. Like, this is a steal.
Yeah. It's a steal. And just to kind of talk about some of these billionaires that LJ is mentioning that's in the crypto space, Steve Jobs, and we all know who Steve Jobs is. His 1970, this is just a funny stat I just thought I should share with you guys. His 1973 job application is up for auction as an NFT. and is set to be sold for millions at this point. Like, just like we got to wrap our heads around. Stan Lee has there's a multiple NFT platform that's auctioning off an NFT collection of Stan Lee, one of the greatest creators of our time. So it just goes to show you, man, that there's so much space, there's so much things that's happening, and there's so much growth.
His job application.
His job application, bro, is about to be sold just because he's Steve Jobs. His job I don't know if it was when he applied for, I don't know, to where or what, but an application is being sold right now. Right. It's crazy, man. It's just the innovation. It's the way that the world is going to.
We're into radio.
It's crazy, man. You know, we got virtual homes. There's virtual homes. There's virtual cities. There's these NFTs, these digital media files that are, you know, consistent with just that one file, and it can never be recreated. You know, we've got tokens that are on smart contracts. Even another stat that I'll give you guys, man, I just want to definitely leave you with this. Like, you're not going to be able to save your way to wealth. And when I say that, I mean, you know, inflation. I'm big on this, man. Inflation is a silent killer. $10,000 saved in 1991 today is worth $5,500. $10,000 invested in 1991 could be worth $105,000. Like, you cannot save your way to wealth. So with so many of us, especially in impoverished or disenfranchised communities, feel like you can save your way to a point in life where you can now be free. And it just doesn't work like that. You're literally shooting yourself in the foot. All the money that you're saving is losing its value. So you have to invest it. If you're not even big on the cryptocurrency space, invest in Apple. Excuse my French, but invest in Tesla. Invest in, you know, Oreo cookies. I don't know, something. But you have to invest your money. You have to make it work for you, because you're never going to get out of the hole that you're in if you don't invest. It's a must. We have to do it. And the way the dollar is going, you know, it's gonna happen, man. So I just want to definitely trying to reel that home to everybody that, you know, cryptocurrency is the place where you can invest and change your dynamic. The market is still so young. It was just it's worth one company, less than one. It was at a couple of months ago, it was worth Apple. Whole cryptocurrency as a whole was worth what Apple was worth. You still got Amazon, you still got Google, still got Finish Line. And it's actually not even worth Apple anymore because of the retracement.
Still got Maryland for crypto.
So right, exactly. You're still, any entry point at this point is a good entry point. So get in the game. You got Cardano, you got VeChain, you got XRP, you got Fubi token, you got Matic, it's so many utility driven coins that you can invest in that will change your dynamic. So do it. What are you waiting for? What are you scared of? Why not take that? No risk, no reward. Look at that beautiful coin right there. I love to see it. I wish I was. I got to get back in the studio. I need hotkeys. I need to hear the girl scream, "Oh, Fubi!" I need it. I got to get back in there, man.
You know what? You know what we got to do? We gotta get our girls to say that and record it so we can use it as a hotkey.
Well, yeah, just let's keep it rolling, man. You know, like I said, you know, I definitely don't believe the bull market is over. I still think we have plenty of time for these gains to come back. I just gave you guys a couple price predictions. Let's throw it to Mr. Make It Happen and Money and Medicine. What are you guys is some of your price predictions for some of the coins that you're invested in right now?
Well, before I even get to the price predictions real fast, I just want to talk about when we real fast do happen to explode. You got to be able to protect yourself. All right, you got to be able to, you know what I mean? When you become millionaires, you got to make sure that you're going to be on point. What is your exit plan? What is your strategy? Because once again, we know, all right, what's going to happen. We do our research. We see what's coming. So once again, if we're doing the right things, and not being done with our money, we know that it's coming. But how are you going to protect yourself? Well, guess what? You know how we're going to protect ourselves. We went, once again, putting Maryland crypto on, knowing that, hey, we need to do all the things necessary to, once again, do what we have to do to protect our crypto assets. Once again, one of them is getting a ledger and taking our crypto off the exchange. Another thing is making sure that we're doing all the necessary safety measures to protect our crypto cards and our passwords and everything else, which is by putting them in the safe box, putting them in the safe, writing them down, putting them in different places so nobody can find out. All right, and also once again, me personally, Mr. Mega Happen, got us a gun instructor, and I wanted to make sure that everybody in Maryland for Crypto, you know what I mean, knew how to work a handgun, and you know what I mean. And once again, this is all being safety and practicing, making sure once again you are able to protect yourself when things happen. Because this world is crazy, and like I said, if you know mentally you're going to be, I think, wealthy. Like I said, we want to make sure we're able to protect ourselves. So Maryland for Crypto, I took the squad down. We went out to Marysville with my man Greg Proctor. You see him in the background right there, one of the best shooting instructors around. You know what I mean? We made sure that we got somebody that was of caliber. And once again, he's also family. And so we trust him with our life. And so once again, we made that step to make that move where we want to, you know what I mean? So once again, you see the pictures right there. Yeah, we want to make sure all the way around that we are able to protect us and our family and our crypto at the same time. So yeah, shout out to Greg Proctor, and yeah, he's gonna get you right, firearm instructor, man. He's one of the best around, and like I said, we definitely appreciate him reaching out and us partnering up with him. We're gonna be going through him a lot. We're gonna be actually using him a lot, and like I said, he gave us a deal that we couldn't refuse. So yeah, Maryland for Crypto. Shout out to Greg Proctor, and get you right on firearms. Sorry, I know I got off a little topic over there about price predictions, but I just wanted to make sure that
it's all good. We all get it, man. You want to talk about busting the bangers. I get it, man. I get it. Don't come from Maryland for Crypto. We got the heat on deck, you know. You might come for this lecture, you're going to leave with a hot one. It is what it is, man.
No, it wasn't. Listen, it wasn't about making sure. It's about making sure you take all the proper precautions. Because once again, we can tell you to get a ledger. We can tell you to do everything else, but there's also other things to this too. Like I said, there's also safety measures all the way around. So like I said, it was just something to make sure, you know what I mean? Because our faces are out there, you know, people see this. Like we talk about crypto, you know what I mean? So yeah. These are all safety measures, like, and we just want to make sure everything's taken care of.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So let's jump back on these price predictions, man. What's your take on some of the coins that you guys are invested in, and you know, where the price could potentially be? I mean, I'm saying it's still a bull market, but I could be wrong. We could be heading into a bear market sooner than we thought. So I mean, there's no definitive way to tell. Yeah. Let's hear it.
I want to hear money in medicine predictions. You know what I mean? Because she jumped in the game hard. Like, I got, you know what I mean? So V-Chain and now, you know what I'm saying? What's your price prediction? You know what I mean? What's your V-Chain price prediction? Where do you see V-Chain going?
By when?
Let's say by the end of the year and then 5 years. We'll do that. By the end of the year and then within 5 years. Or 3 to 5 years. All right,
so by the end of the year, I'll say 30 cents. And then 5 years, I'll say at least $30.
Sheesh. Okay.
Money and medicine is out here.
Money and medicine. Double M. The Double M originator strikes again. Okay,
right.
Okay.
Those might not be predictions. They might just be prayers.
Oh, I mean,
I'll take it.
I hope your prayers come true.
I will take it. Right. What about you?
Look
Make
how
it
true
happen. Where you at
shit.
with it?
We out here. Just V chain. I mean, well, V chain. I mean, me personally, I still got V chain being over $1 by the end of the year. Going now. I don't want to say the end of the year exactly January 1st. All right, because I do think this bull market is going to spill over into the first or even second quarter of 2022. So, me personally, I think by the end of the year, it will be January 1st. It will be, I think, over 50 cents, give or take. And I think by the actual end of the bull market, before we start to kind of settle out and reverse back down a little bit, I think it might get over $1.50 to $2. I'm still holding that, man. The partnerships V Team's making, and then you also got Proof of Authority 2.0 coming out soon. And there's going to be a lot of things coming up. V Team's partnering up with everybody. I swear to God, the V Team is taking over the world. And I don't know. I mean, we should have some more partnerships actually coming soon. Like it's crazy. Like every day, it seems like V Chain is dropping a new partnership. And I just heard a couple of things. Like I said, we keep our ears in the street. We're always looking at the website. We're always, trying to tie into what's going on over there. So there's a couple other partnerships coming in. I don't want to say nothing too early yet because I don't think they're 100% finalized, and so I don't want to, I don't want to spill just in case something happens and it doesn't go through. So I just know there's some things boiling in the pot, and we just need to keep our eyes open.
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, let's just to give the people some final thoughts and takeaways. Coming from me, like I said, my biggest thing is we're in a new day and age, and people don't want to work for somebody for the rest of their life. Everybody wants to retire earlier. Everybody wants to have their own brand, have their own thing that's passionate, that represents what they're passionate about. And I love it. I love the do it yourself, let's make it happen mentality that's starting to foster amongst the masses here recently. And so my biggest thing is whatever your passion is or whatever you want to do, go for it. And take that money that you're getting from your 9 to 5 or from those stimulus checks and put it into crypto or put it into your project. Figure out how to intertwine whatever your project is with cryptocurrency, because that's how you're going to make your money in the future. So that's my big takeaway, man. Just figure out how you can incorporate crypto into your life, whether it's from an investment standpoint, whether you're creating your own token or whatever it is you're doing. Let it work for you, because if you make it work for you, it's going to work for you. And that's it, man. What about you guys? What you guys got?
Yeah, Jake, what's your takeaway?
I wanted to add to what LJ said about just protecting yourselves, because that is, I see it as an investment in yourself. I mean, you're working this hard for yourself and your family, and you want to be able to defend yourself should something happen. And then also with just fear and anxiety people may have with investing in crypto. There are many other things that you could invest in, like was previously mentioned, stocks like Apple or Amazon or Oreos. I mean, things that you are interested in, you could easily invest in, because just working that 9 to 5 is just, you're going to be in that same position 5, 10, 20 years from now. Some things that I've recently, I've learned recently about, I'll go into, but one of my passions is something that I previously invested in and have currently also been working on, is something like wine. I have a handful of bottles of high quality wine that within the next 15, 20 years could be worth 10, 20, or even 100 times what I bought it for, just because by aging these wines, you're getting more value out of it. And this was a company that I actually bought one bottle of wine from, Vinfolio. They have something called Wine Futures as well. And what I now think of when I see this website is how blockchain like VeChain could be very helpful in the wine market, because Vinfolio not only buys these wines and ships them to you, but if you don't have the proper means to store them, they can store them for you in temperature controlled environments, because these wines, if they're not kept in the right environment, will be worthless in 5 years. So you would most likely want to know how your investment is doing 3 or 4 years from now, or if it's a very hot summer and you're wondering, is my wine still at 45 degrees? Well, you can just log on to the app and check and see, well, yeah, all my wines are still in good condition. This is one I guess, brand of wine, Rothschild. I don't know if this is something that people have heard of or not, but it's a very famous family and bank. I mean, they're very wealthy. They also have a lot of vineyards in France. And so they will sell you futures of this wine. You can get it shipped to you. So that was one thing. Another thing that I recently learned of was this website called Start Engine. They allow you to invest a couple $100s into different companies, and you can find stuff that you are interested in there. They have medical equipment and devices. They have virtual reality technology, and they also have something I found that was interesting. It's a blockchain technology called Lane Access. So you can invest in this Lane Access company. It's actually a company started in California to help with freight distribution and just the freight industry technology of by deliveries getting to where they're supposed to go on time. You're able to track them. And I'm not sure if this is in use yet. It seems like it is from their website, but it's just a little more that I need to do research on. So this is just some quick ways that people can get into some investments and just try to get their money to work for them.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess with that being said, okay, I guess we had some technical difficulties, but yeah, with that being said, guys, I don't know where Sean left, but this is your boy, aka Tread City, Mr. Make It Happen, and we got our girl Joyce. You know what I mean? Money and medicine in the house, and this is us signing out. You know what it is all day. I don't know where my man Sean went. The voice. You know what? It's all good. You know what it is. Tune in. Smash the like button. You know what I mean? You already know what it is. Me on for crypto signing out.